Hey folks, we're doing a full jet polish and repair. And this is the first stage, is the masking off. Since we're using buffing compound to get out some surface scratches, we're going to do the whole entire cabin, including the lavatory, and which has significant damage to the top surface as well as the drawers and doors at the bottom. Throughout this whole project, we're gonna let you in on what we do, how we do it, and yeah, step-by-step procedure. We won't take too much time because they've actually offered us to do this video just for the tutorial and coaching purposes. So yeah, for us, this is what we do now is Kyle's Wood Touch-Up and Repair. But what we're doing to promote the trade and to coach and train employees in a short time period, we're going to be able to teach this in a short few days, if not hours, the main principles of how you do things and what you're supposed to do, how it behaves. And so this is something you can't read in books. This is something that 30 years experience will only be able to tell you and teach you, and what procedures, what methods that you have to do to with every spot in this jet, that the problems that we come up with, how we're going to actually do it and make it look perfect. Yeah, just to let you know, this jet is from 2007. They've been the mechanics and maintenance crews here. They've been nice enough to remove all the seating for us, so we just have an open, empty cabin for us to work in, and it's just going to be fantastic. So enjoy the show. Hey everyone, just going to get you guys looking at what I'm going to be doing here. We're going to be getting rid of these main scratches on this panel here, and there's another one up here, and barely see it in camera sight, and I'll move the camera a little bit. All right, so there's a big scratch here, and yeah, I'll give you a little close look here. Okay, and see if we can get, there we go, that's nice. And you see those little microscopic swirly marks in the finish itself. We're going to make all that polished. You know, I just finished doing this, and you can see the reflection of light. It's like glass. So what I'm going to do is these are a little bit deep. I can almost feel my fingernail. I can feel my fingernail mark in there. So if it clicks like that on your fingernail, it's deep enough to sand, and I definitely feel some clicking on my fingernail. So here we go. I usually start off with 1000 grit, and we'll go from there. Yeah, this little thing here. Down, some polishing. Anyways, yeah, we try to have a good time. Of course, we're on a Lear Jet, so it's kind of fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do, my rotation is this way. Okay, so I'm just going to be very, very, very light pressure with 1000 grit. I'm going to let the tip of this sand with the grain of this, and I'll be doing the same thing for up here as well. And so this won't take long. So let's see if I can get this to go. Really important that you keep it nice and flat. You're just putting a hair of angle on it, okay? And I don't think I want to go too much more. Okay, so I'm just going to do hand sand at this point in time. Okay, I want to make sure that it's nice and even flow here. Everything looks good. Rotate. You see, when something like this especially, I always like to make sure that I start light. I can always work harder into different, more coarser grits or whatever, but I'd rather stay safe, especially situation as what we're working on right now. Okay. So yeah, now what I've done, that those scratches that were originally there are now gone. Oh, I just see a little one here. Okay, with every grit, I go a little bit bigger of sanding area, because then when I buff it all in, it all comes together nice and flat and straight. Okay, so still see those ones are pretty deep. When it comes to something like this, you gotta ask yourself, you know, what's going to be seen at the end as an outcome, and how much risk factor is there burning through. These are obviously many layers, probably at least 6 to 8 layers of polyurethane on this. And so microscopically, you got 6 or 7 layers now that you could burn through. Of course, you don't want to even do that. You want to stay within the first top layer, and those give you the best results if you don't go through layers. Now, it's just, you have to weigh out the pros and cons and choose your battles at whatever risk factor that could be entailed. Like for this one here, I'm going to grab my 1000 grit again. Okay. And I'll get that right there. And so obviously this is coarse, so I'm just going to do some acute sanding for that one and acute sanding for this one. Okay, so because I haven't yet burned through a layer, so you just keep on checking. Okay, I can still see it very, very faint, so it's pretty micro. And I still have other grits to go up to. We're going up to 4000 grit. Okay, so now it's gone. Okay, so then I'm rotating my disc again. And again, I'm using really light pressure, letting the grits do its job. Okay, and you're starting to see it fade. It's going to do a little bit more acutely, because microscopically, yeah, we're creating a concave in there right now, a very microscopic one. But then after that, I usually take it and I usually spread it out a little bit at this grit. Okay. Let's just this in there. We're almost there. Now I'm just going to take it longer strokes to feather it out, and maybe within that time, yeah, we're almost. It's virtually gone. It's just there. This one's gone. Okay, so now it's gone. We haven't broken through any layers. This is what I'm talking about. It's like, you have to be patient. You kind of have to know the realm of and feel the behaviors of what we're working with. And this is one of the softer polyurethanes. It's still very hard, but the thing is, it does scratch quite easily. Polyurethane does, when they add the fire retardant to it, that does kill off some of the properties of the polyurethane and durability and strength to a certain extent. It's not huge, but it can, if you use the cheaper kinds that don't have the actual strength of the premium kinds, then you're actually going to be, compromising somewhere. So it's not really bad to work with. It's pretty easy to work with this kind of durability of polyurethane that we were working with. So they're coming out. They're looking good. But it's just, I would have picked probably a harder one for the investment. of product to the investment of durability and longevity. Okay, so these ones here, I think I may have to choose my battle with those ones. Those ones, I guess, they're like pinholes. So by the time I'm done buffing and all that kind of stuff, I'm not sure if they're going to be there. So I'm going to turn, that's with 1,000. So let's bring this up to area up to 4,000. Then we'll hit on to the other one that I showed previously. Okay, so now we're at 1,500 grit. Okay, so I'm just going to make my strokes nice and straight, nice and long. I want to sand out all my 1,000. Now I'm keeping aware, this is my metal inlay, so I don't want to hit that. So I am stopping short, right? So that's just a matter of muscle memory. And we'll keep it at that. We'll feather blend all these grit marks as we go along. Rotate your disc, make sure you're still feeling that cut. Okay, so I'm just going to go through one more time. Let's grab there. All right, that's turning out really nice. And again, this is 1,500, so we got 2,000, 3,000, and 4,000 to go. Okay. Now these are designed for wet dry. I like to actually use water on this. It does lubricate and it does smooth out really nice. This smooths out too. You just have to, when you're sanding dry like this, you just have to, obviously one grit will erase the other ones, but when you don't use water with it, it can't get quite coarse. And you just have to make sure that you know your pressures of what you're dealing with. Like here's my 2,000. Okay. And I'm going to rotate as I'm going here. I see that little mark right there. That bothers me right there. So I'm going to grab my 1,500 back. Now, if you go to, say you go, oh, I'm going to use my 1,000. Well, if you use your 1,000, that's fine. But then you have to use your 1,500 and 2,000 back to get it back to this point again. And you have to always feather blend your sending to the existing. Okay, so that got rid of that. I'm just going to keep on going. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to make another pass, but now we're going to use much lighter pressure. Okay, because I want these to. You okay? Okay, so I'm just lightening my pressure. And I'm also going a little bit faster. I'm just here to smooth things out. Okay. Okay. Okay, so here, I'm going to start at 3,000. You'll start seeing it go a little bit more transparent and a little bit more smoother, a gray. It's like a consistent fog. And again, I'm bringing my sanding on. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit here so you see what I'm doing here. Okay. And down here, you see that? And barely, yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to tilt this down a bit more. Circle my hand. Okay, so I'm bringing it down. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same with 4,000. Okay. So. Okay. So now 4,000 is like really super fine. It's again my first pass here is light moderate pressure, 1 to 2 pounds. Okay. And like this one here will be like just the weight of my hand. Like I'm using a 1/2 pound of pressure right now. Okay. Oops, that was my finger marks now. It's okay, they'll come out. Okay, so now focus in on this one here. And let's get zoomed in on it. Okay, so you are there. Okay, you see that there? And the focus is on it, hopefully. Okay, so with this one here, being that it's so small, I'm going to use my hand, my thumbs and my fingers for this. Okay, so I'm just going to insert it cutely. Let's see, maybe we should get some light on this. Maybe that will help. Okay. This is very acute. Okay. And now it's going to go left and right just a little bit. It's almost gone. Left and right. So you just do a little bit in the one space. We're almost there. I'm just going to go one more light pressure. And then left, right, and left. Okay. It's super, super close to being gone. I'm just going to one more pass. Okay. So it's gone. Kind of good. I'm going to start in the middle. A little bit longer strokes. And go right and left. Okay. And then I'm just going to do it again. Right, left. And I also went down a little bit further. And then we got 2,000. Okay. Right, left. I'm using light pressure. Okay. We're just getting rid of 1,500 scratch marks. Okay. We're also staying within the line between the inlay and the top here. All right. So I'm just going to grab my 3,000 grit. And right in the middle, nice and light. Left. Right. I'm just going to go left and right. Okay. Now we're going to do 4,000. And we're just going to take 4,000 across the board. And now I'm like going full length, mostly going left and right wide. Okay, now it's with like my last pass was ultra light pressure. Centered to 4,000. I'm gonna get my tripod in position here. So here we go. We're gonna take my grinding pad. Okay, this is the one I usually use for my first initial with my heavier cut compound, and we're gonna just bite into it a little bit, polish this up quite a bit, and then we'll make it all match the doors right beside it, and etc. So let's have some fun. Okay, throw some of my heavy cut compound. Now you want to put a fairly ample amount. I put it directly on my pad. This is how I work. Other people, you know, everybody has their ways. As long as it all works. I have my philosophies on what I do. I either think on like a microscopic level or three-dimensional, or you know, just whatever I'm dealing with. I'm just gonna grab a rag here. Just wipe some of the powder dust off. Okay, so now I'm gonna pad my compound on. This is what I do. Okay, I'm gonna look after the top portion first. Okay, especially in that area here. In fact, I'll sand all that area first. Okay, and that way I'll do the more damaged areas. Let me turn off my light there. My damaged areas first, and then I'm gonna feather blend right into my existing. So before I get on to the rest of it, I just want to give a quick wipe. Now I have a rotating rag system, and so you pretty much just organize your rags accordingly. You want to make sure that the first one, you just get rid of the residue. A lot of the crap that gets caught in here. I only go cross grain where it matters in the sense of the seams and whatnot. And at the end, I'll show you how to get all that stuff out of the crevices of the inlays and all that kind of stuff. Usually I don't go cross grain like that, but you just got to be careful you don't create cross scratches in your work. But this is still the kind of the early-ish stage. Okay, so I'm just getting most of the stuff off right now. Okay, I got the majority off. So now I'm going to grab another one. This one should just float kind of smoothly, more or less. Okay, I'm just getting rid of any more compound. Okay, because I just want to see what it looks like. And where this will show what I have to do yet as well. Okay, so let me take a quick peek here. Boy, we're looking at a pretty good finish here, folks. This is quite nice. No, it turned out very well. I just have to, I see a little micro scratch here and here kind of thing. I haven't touched yet the compa, but for what we did, it looks pretty bang on. I'll let you take a look at it. Let me just unclip this. All right, so where that spot was up here, some light on. Oh, multiply lens. Oh, interesting. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we're looking. See, this is a place. This is a microscopic there. Okay, so we're all good, pretty much. And down here, where we were, it's all gone. Oh, I do see a little bit there. See a cross scratch there? I'm gonna buff that out. So that's an area that we haven't done yet. So it's like we did across here, and it's all good. Everything that we sanded up to 4,000 is gone. Yeah, so that's just wonderful. So I'm just gonna hook this back up here now. So let's get this I'm going to grab a little more. Well, I have quite a bit on my pad still. So I think I'm just going to polish this away here. This is the main area. Down here looks pretty good. You know, for the heck of it, I think we'll put more polish on. We'll just do the whole surface this time around. And we'll see how she looks after that. So yeah, we're gonna go for the whole surface. I'm gonna pat it all the way around. And this was our 4,000 area, but I'll just hit it again. But I'll concentrate on this area first. It's most visible. Side. See if I have to do any more major work. Well, it's almost gone. Let me just hit this one part here, and that should go away. Should be gone, folks. Yeah, did the trick. I see one scratch up here. Okay, I just want to, just about right there where my finger is. Just a little cross scratch. Let's see if I can zoom it in on it. All right, so we're gonna finish this off. We're gonna give everything a once over buff, and we'll go see how it looks like from there. Make the roll done. Wipe off all the excess. Of course, I got old my beautiful door that was nice and polished, but that comes off. You always have to protect whatever you're not polishing and whatever is not polishable, like upholstery. And that's what all this masking is all about, is covering up some upholstery. And it's really imperative that you do that. This stuff it dries, it cakes on. It's just really it's a contaminant too. It's a wax, so it doesn't go well with if you strip and refinish. You're gonna have, you better get the contamination off the finish. You can't just respray it because it'll fisheye on you. Okay, so I'm just getting off all the residue for the most part. My client here allowed us to do video so we can use it for educational purposes and coaching purposes. Typical, like every job is different. When I quote my jobs, they are generally dependent on what the scenarios are and the severity. How much repair work. Like after I'm done all this, I still have repair work to do, which I'll be filming. Different situations take different amounts of time. And today's our last day here, so we have to get everything done. So the fastest way to get things done is doing it right the first time. So hence the reason why I do things the way I do. And just see what happens here. That looks pretty good. Okay. Push that up. Okay, so getting to a point where I need a new rag now. Okay. Let's see. Nice light pressure. You're buffing now. And then just using the reflection of light to see what I'm doing, see what I have to take out yet or leave as be, because it looks great. And when it comes to these things, these projects, it has to be pristine. Not one mark. After all, these are $7-9 million jets. Okay, so let's say we're pretty darn good. I'm going to show you guys what we're looking at. Proof is in the pudding. All right. So that deals with everything's just crystal clear. And you can see the reflection of light there. Just perfectly crisp. With nothing. Good. Okay. But yeah, all the spots that we had before are gone. See, this is my door. And it's going to look good, see. Just get rid of that compound. Splatter. That's all. And that comes out really nice and shiny too. See? Oh, if it focuses. There you go. Okay, so I'm just going to do some polishing here and I'm going to move on. Hey, I just wanted to give you the afters of our Lear Jet, and I would like to give special thanks to Air Partners for letting us do this training video, and for coaching, for DJ consulting, and yeah, you're gonna love it. It's been it looks like new again, and welcome to the tour. Like and follow us on TikTok. Like and subscribe on YouTube. And follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. So